Really see much talked about regarding this little guy right here, which is the thermostat. So how can you tell if it's your thermostat and not something else? So let's look at a couple things here real quick. One, the first thing you want to look at in the furnace, inside one of these windows, if you have one, you can see there's a green light in there. And if you can see the green light, that is a good thing. If that light is white or red and it's flashing a bunch, that means that there's a code. So we've got no codes in the furnace. In most short cycles, the furnace will, come on for, let's say, like 5 seconds to a few minutes. This was literally like for 1 second. Okay, it would come on for 1 second. So the first thing you do is you check the green light. The second thing is I went ahead and I replaced the air filter, which did nothing. Okay, and so then you're looking for like blocked vents in your house, because what could be happening would be that it's overheating. The key here is the 1 second startup. All right, so if the furnace is overheating, it'll usually run longer than that. So you can see this is the old thermostat, and it looks like it still works fine, right? And one of the things that you can do with these is put new batteries in it, which I did. And I thought that it kind of made a difference for a little while, but then it didn't. And then I thought, well, it must not be the thermostat. It's got brand new batteries in it. So then I went on to these other items, and then I'm going to get back to the thermostat here in a second. So a much reported problem with these is overheating, and overheating will cause the furnace to short cycle. So what causes it to overheat? Dirty air filter, blocked vents in your home. So you want to check all your vents, make sure they're open. That can cause overheating. A blocked duct, it's the exhaust port of the furnace. That can be bad. You could have a thermostat that's in a wrong location, meaning it's getting intermittent temperature readings as far as like too low or too high. And that can report back to the furnace and make it short cycle. So that one I thought was really weird, and that made me think about, well, geez, it seems like a lot is tied to the thermostat. So there could be a damaged thermocoupler. That's always also caused by overheating. So before I called the technician, I decided to kind of look into this thermostat thing a little bit more. And what I noticed, and I'm going to show you here as we look at it. So you can see, get into the light here, you can see the temperature reading that's on your left, right? So that's the temperature inside the house. And then on the right, that's what it's set at. Now here's the interesting thing about this thermostat. It says 70 degrees, and I'm sitting in the garage in Seattle, Washington, and it's January. It's 50 degrees in the garage here. So the one thing I noticed with the thermostat was every once in a while that inside temperature seemed to go up or down. And I thought, well, let me just replace the thermostat. Nobody ever talked about the thermostat, so I thought it was a long shot. So I bought a new, cheaper version of this same thing. And it's just a Honeywell thermostat. And it was like, $35. And so I went ahead and bought it. And the interesting thing is I'm going to go inside and we're going to show you. Now you can see inside it says it's 70 degrees, and we just ran in from the garage, and this old one says 70 degrees. So how would you have known that? I'm talking about the temperature on the left. It would flicker. It would go up and down, and I didn't really catch it. So it took a while to figure it out, but as I would look at it, every now and again, I would see it would go from, like, let's say 73, and all of a sudden it said 69. And then a few minutes later, it popped up to 73. Well, that was doing that very, very intermittently, and that was actually the entire problem with the whole thing. So the furnace was just getting erratic temperature readings, and so it would turn on and then think, oh, wait a minute, I need to shut off, or turn on, and that's what was going on. So, and it just turned out that the thermometer inside the thermostat is inaccurate. And again, just like I showed outside, now we've been inside for a few minutes, and now this is up to 73 degrees. And then the one on the wall is, I don't know if you can see it, it's 70 degrees. So that kind of gives you an example of what I'm talking about. The interesting thing is, That was the problem. So 1 second short cycle could mean a bad thermostat. So before you go spend like gazillions of dollars, um, put batteries in it first, and heck, then replace it if you get all those signals that I did. Hopefully that helps you, because I didn't see that Googled anywhere, and I was happy. See ya.